So good evening class. Today we will continue with company administration. We have completed section 160, right? So next section 161. Oh what, why I am using a red pen? Is it visible? Okay, now just a second. No red pen. Okay, section 161. Now section 161, there are four subsections: 161.1, 161.2, 161.3, 161.4. Okay, so 161.1 deals with additional director, 161.2 deals with alternate director, 161.3 deals with nominee director, and 161.4 deals with casual vacancy. So 161.1 deals with additional director, 2 with alternate director, 3 with nominee director, and 4 casual vacancy. Okay, now all these 4 types of director, whether it's additional or it's alternate or it's nominee or it's casual vacancy, is appointed by passing board resolution. By passing what? Board resolution at board meeting. So all this type of director is appointed by passing what? Board resolution at board meeting. Okay. So section 161 is having 4 subsection. 161.1 deals with additional director, 2 deals with alternate director, 3 with nominee director, 4 with casual vacancy. And all this type of directors are appointed by passing board resolution at board meeting. What? Board resolution at board meeting. Now who is an additional director? Let's talk about first section, that is section 161.1. Okay, 161.1. Now who is an additional director? And okay, let me first tell you, for all these directors, means for this provision of additional, alternate, nominee and casual vacancy, this provision is applicable on all companies, that is both private and public. Previously this casual vacancy was applicable only on public company, but after amendment, means after changing the law in 2017, I guess, yes, the casual vacancy is now, this means the provision of appointment of a casual vacancy director is also now applicable on private companies as well. Okay, otherwise these 3 directors, these provisions of these 3 directors was always applicable on all companies, but this casual vacancy became applicable only after the amendment of 2017. Okay, now section 161.1. Now 161.1 deals with what? Additional director. Now who is an additional director? Additional means what? When we talk this addition, means we are adding certain thing extras. We are adding extras, and when we add extras, when our workload becomes more, right? When we require extra money, when our spending increases, right? So when we require extra thing, whenever the workload is maximum, in order to manage the increased workload, additional directors are appointed by the company. And for appointing additional director, there are certain provisions. What? Articles of the company must authorize such appointment, because articles of association must give the authorization for such appointment. It must be written in the articles that yes, the company can appoint additional director. The article, it should be mentioned in the article. So whenever the workload increases. In order to manage the increased workload, additional directors are appointed by the company. For that, what first provision is articles must authorize. If articles do not authorize, or rather if the article is silent, not do not authorize, if the article is silent, suppose it is not saying anything, then follow table F, regulation 66. Table F, regulation 66. Okay, here it is written that you can appoint additional director if article is silent. Now suppose if the article is silent and also the article have mentioned not to follow this table F regulation 66, articles appoint করতে দেবে না, আবার বলে দিয়েছে তুমি এটাও ফলো করতে পারবে না, then you have only 1 week, change your article. And changing of article is possible, that is amend your article, and amend of article is possible by passing SR in GM, and it's always SR in GM. Whenever you want to change your article, it will be what? SR in GM. Is it okay? And the additional director will hold office till the due date of AGM, or actual date, means the next AGM. So suppose your due date of AGM is 5/9/15, whereas here the actual date is 1/9. So which one is earlier? The actual date, means on 1/9 the due date was 5/9, but the AGM occurred on 1/9. So when the additional director have to vacate his office? On 1/9. So due date of AGM or actual date, whichever is earlier, the additional director will be removed. So what is the provision for additional director applicable on all companies? Additional director, why? In order to manage the increased workload. Articles must authorize. If article is silent, follow table F regulation 66. If article is silent and mentions not to follow table F regulation 66, then what? Amend the articles by passing what? SR in GM. And for how long additional director will hold office? The additional director will hold office till the due date of the next AGM or the actual date of the AGM, whichever is earlier. Is it clear? So this is additional director provision. Now next, let's talk about alternate director. Alternate means in place of someone, right? Alternate means what? In place of someone. Now who is an alternate director? This also applicable in all companies. When any original director of the company goes out of India for 3 months or more, then we have to appoint an alternate director by passing BR at BM. All 4 directors, whether it's additional or alternate or nominee or casual vacancy, is to be appointed by passing BR at BM. And all these provisions of all these directors is applicable in all companies. Previously, only in case of casual vacancy, provision was applicable only for public company, but after 2017 amendment, now casual vacancy director is also applicable on all company, means both private and public. Now what is this alternate director? Who is this alternate director? Whenever my original director is out of India, for how many months? For 3 months or more. Out of India for 3 months or more, then by passing BR at BM, appoint someone alternate in place of original director. Now question will come, ma'am, how long will this director hold office? Of course, the day the original director will step in India, till that day. Okay, so here also certain provisions are there. Articles must authorize. Here also articles must authorize. Now if article is silent, and then just by passing SR and GM you can amend the article, and then by passing BR at BM you can appoint. Okay, so first articles must authorize. If articles is silent, you can change the article. by passing SR in GM, and then simply by passing BR at BM you can appoint alternate director. Okay, now if you do not want to change the article, আমি আর্টিকেলের সঙ্গে কিছু চেঞ্জ আমি করতে চাইছি না, ঠিক আছে, I don't want to change the article, then for the time being you can do one thing, you can just take the permission of the shareholders by passing OR in GM that I want to appoint an alternate director because this original director is out of India. Just take the permission from shareholders by passing OR in GM and then by passing BR at BM appoint alternate director. Now my students have got completely into confusion and I am understanding that it's nothing, it's easy. Suppose just like additional director, you have to see whether the article is giving you permission or not. If the article is not giving you permission, then what you have? In case of alternate director, you have the chance to change the article. And for changing, what you have to do? First pass SR in GM and the articles will change. And then for appointing, you have to pass BR at BM, right? Now, suppose you don't want to change the articles. I don't want to do the article. I don't want to change the articles. Because article is fine, perfect. Now I don't want to change it again. Then what you will do? Then you have an option. Take the permission of the shareholders. By passing what? OR in GM. And then by passing BR at BM, appoint alternate directors. Because once you change the articles, then every time you can appoint alternate director, you need no one's permission. But if you are not willing to just change the article and you know that this director, after this no director will go out of India, so why to change the article? फिर क्यों छेड़खानी करे आर्टिकल के साथ? जो है उसे रहने दो. So just for the time being, let's pass OR in GM by taking the permission and then BR at BM. Okay, so this is the provision of alternate director. Now suppose, this is very common, suppose the original director gets disqualified for certain reason. There are certain there is section 164 for disqualification of director. Did I say auditor? No, it's director. Okay, if suppose the original director gets disqualified under section 164. Okay, so if so happens, then of course we will not keep the alternate director as well. The alternate director will also get disqualified. Suppose in place of you have been disqualified. You have done something and you have been disqualified. Now I have appointed someone in place of you. Now once you are only removed from the company, why should I keep the alternate director? Now if alternate director gets disqualified, that doesn't mean that the original will also get disqualified. So original disqualify हुआ तो alternate भी होगा. And if alternate disqualify हुआ तो original disqualify नहीं होगा. Because the company have appointed alternate director, it's not the fault of original director anyways. Now you can say, ma'am, फिर तो alternate का भी तो कोई fault नहीं था. But why to keep the alternate director when my original is only at fault? I don't need him only. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now if suppose I'm keeping, in place of an independent director, I'm keeping some alternate director. In place of an independent director, then such director should also be an independent director. Of course, we are keeping an alternate director in place of whom? Independent director, independent. And we all know who is an independent director. So the person in place of that person should also be independent. যাকে তাকে রাখতে পারবো না. Is it clear? Now the same person cannot act as alternate director for two director, right? In a same company, suppose two director is out of India. Now I'm keeping just one because my company have less budget and my company do not want to make more expenses. So now my company is doing what? In place of two, keeping one. No, not possible. You cannot keep one alternate director for two original director, not possible. But the same alternate director can be alternate director in some other company but not in the same company. আমি আমার কোম্পানিতে দুজনের জায়গায় একজনকে রাখতে পারবো না, বাট সেই একজনকে যার জায়গায় রাখি না কেন, সাপোজ আই এম কিপিং ওয়ান alternate director in place of A. Now this alternate director can also act as alternate director in some other company but not in my company. Is it clear? So this is the provision of alternate director. Additional alternate. This is too much of details that I am saying. Too much of details. This will be required in your higher studies rather. In BCom you will have nothing, just nothing. So just remember this. But you know what? I love to teach this subject. That's why I go into the depth of this subject. But I'm telling you, all this is not required. So if someone is feeling that, oh God, what is happening? Leave it. Be easy, be calm, be cool. Just remember 161 subsection 2 deals with alternate director and we need BR at BM to appoint an alternate director. That's it. Okay? Enough for BCom. Okay, now next. Section 161 subsection 3 deals with what? Nominee director. Now same applicable on all companies. We have to pass BR at BM to appoint a nominee director. It's same, all the same. Now who is a nominee director? A director appointed by some bank or financial institution as their representative in order to check the amount provided as loan to the company is not being misused by the company. Or sometimes government also appoints nominee director in order to check whether the company is doing any kind of mismanagement or not. So nominee director means we are appointing our nominee. Why we appoint a nominee? Means in bank we have heard this word nominee. Why we do a nominee? Because in absence of mine there will be someone to look after. That's a nominee. So similarly here also, in absence of bank and financial institutions who have provided loan to the company. Suppose banks and financial institutions have provided certain loan to the company. Now whether this loan amount is being misused or not, to know this is important for the banks and financial institution, of course. So they appoint a nominee director. This nominee director will look after this amount, whether the company is being using this amount properly or is just misusing it. Also sometimes who appoints a nominee director? Government. Why? To check whether any mismanagement is going on or not. Okay, that's nominee director. Easy. Now comes casual vacancy. Casual vacancy now applicable on all companies, but previously was applicable only on public company. Okay, so casual vacancy. Now who is a casual vacancy director? Suppose the original director means a director appointed in general meeting, not in board meeting. A director appointed in which meeting? General meeting. When original director appointed in general meeting, again I am repeating, original director appointed in general meeting. Original director appointed in general meeting. Now suppose if original director appointed in general meeting vacates his office before his normal expiry period. Suppose he was appointed for 4 years. Now he vacates his office after 1 year. Original director appointed in general meeting. Which director? Original appointed in general meeting vacates his office before the normal expiry period. Suppose he was appointed for 4 years but he leaves or vacates the office after 1 or 2 years. So this is not a normal vacancy, this is a casual vacancy. It's happening before the time period. And reasons could be any. What? It might be resignation. It might be lunatic. The person have become a lunatic person. Or insolvency. Or unsound mind. Death, or disqualified due to any reason. We'll read about disqualification also. So the director may resign, become lunatic, insolvent, unsound mind, death, disqualified. Reasons could be many, any. Okay. Then the director so appointed in his place is known as a casual vacancy director. Is it clear? So casual vacancy director means what? Means when the original director appointed in general meeting. The director must be appointed in which meeting? General meeting. Now if I ask students, if suppose additional director leaves the office before the normal expiry period, can I appoint a casual vacancy director in place of that additional director? Someone is thinking yes ma'am. No dear, not yes. Because additional director is appointed in which meeting? Board meeting. Alternate director is appointed in which meeting? Board meeting. Nominee board meeting. Then how can we appoint a casual vacancy director if this director leaves the office before the normal expiry period? No. Only in case of original director appointed in which meeting? General meeting. If they vacate the office before the normal expiry period, then we can appoint a casual vacancy director. Is it clear? Now, for how long this casual vacancy director? For the period left over. Suppose he was appointed for 4 years, he leaves after 1 year. Then for the remaining 3 years, the director will be appointed. Is it clear? It's easy. Just like in case of alternate, till the time when the original director comes back to India. Additional, due date or actual date of AGM, whichever is earlier. Nominee director, there is no such time, okay, because bank have given money, government is appointing. Who will give time to that director? No one has the power. And this casual vacancy, the remaining period of the original director, he will hold office. So this is section 161. Now there is another section that I will do today only, because we have to complete our syllabus and it's huge. Okay. Section 162. Now section 162 is a very simple section. So relax, calm down. We'll complete this and we'll end this today. I thought of completing section 163 also, but it will be a huge pressure on you all. Okay. Fine. So section 162 says that separate resolution will be required for separate appointment of director. একটা কথা আছে না বাংলায়, এক ঢিলে দুই পাখি. হ্যাঁ, this is not possible in case of this. What? Wait, I'm understanding. Separate resolution for separate appointment of directors. Separate resolution for separate appointment of directors. Separate resolution for separate appointment of directors. এক ঢিলে দুই পাখি মারবো না, মারা গেল মারবো না, মানে কি? What does this mean? That we cannot use a single resolution to appoint two directors. Company একটা resolution বার করলে একটা পেজে মিস্টার এ মিস্টার বি will be appointed বলে দিল, not possible. For appointing Mr. A, you need one resolution. For appointing Mr. B, you need another resolution. So, separate resolution for separate directors, separate appointments. এক ঢিলে দুই পাখি মারবো না, দুটো ঢিল ইউজ করবো এক একটাকে মারার জন্য. Now you can say that, why ma'am? If it's possible, then yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible, but you have to follow something. What? If the company wants to appoint more than one director by passing a single resolution, then what? The company needs the permission of the shareholders. What? If the company wants to appoint by means one more than one director by passing a single resolution. If the company wants to appoint by more than one director by passing a single resolution, then what? Then the company needs approval. Whose approval? Shareholders' approval. Now, in this approval, no shareholder must have voted against. If there are 100 shareholders, 100 shareholders must say yes. Not a single against will work. If there is one person who is saying no, I want two separate resolution for two appointments, then the company is bound to do that. But if the company says that I won't listen to this shareholder, the company is ignorant about this shareholder, then the appointment procedure will be termed as invalid if this shareholder complains. So what? Either use separate resolution for separate appointment, or if you want to appoint more than one director by passing a separate resolution, first take the permission of the shareholders, all the shareholders, and in which all the shareholders should have said yes, means voted in favor, 100% majority, and then you can appoint any number of director by passing a single resolution. So this is section 162. So is it clear? সো এক ঢিলে দুই পাখি আমরা কি মারবো? মারতে পারি, বাট প্রোভাইডেড আমি পারমিশন নিয়ে নেবো। পারমিশন কাদের? শেয়ার হোল্ডার্সদের। যেখানে কোনো শেয়ার হোল্ডার আগেনস্টে বলবে না, সবাই ফেভারে থাকবে। আর যদি কেউ আগেনস্টে বলে তাহলে কিন্তু আমি এক ঢিলে দুই পাখি মারতে পারবো না, তখন আমাকে দুটো ঢিল ইউজ করে দুটো পাখি মারতে হবে। I know there are few students who are not understanding this, but there are students who are understanding as well. And for the others, we cannot use separate means single resolution for appointing more than one director. We have to use separate resolution. If we want to use separate means single resolution for appointing more than one director, then what? We have to take the permission of the shareholders, in which none of the shareholders have voted against. All have voted in favor. Is it clear? So this was section 162 and section 161. Enough for today, and thank you. So see you in the next class.